Hello, everybody.
We're Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
We're actually Embrace the Globe 21. I'm
Yeah,
so
we
used to
are.
saying that.
It's
Yeah.
all right. It's a 3-year thing. Don't worry about
Y'all knew what this was. But anyway,
Yeah.
we are checking out 101 facts about Brazil. And I just want to say before we get into this, thank y'all for finally finding the Geography Now Brazil video for our Brazilian friends.
Hey.
We put that out a month ago, and then it blew up out of nowhere. So thank you
Yes.
for all our Brazilian friends that have come over. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
And we know that these 101 facts videos are definitely dated, but they get the conversation rolling, and that's what we're looking for is more facts about Brazil, more videos to check out, travel itineraries,
It's
boots on the ground.
It's whoever puts these 101 facts. It's usually opinionated and whatever, but we got to get through them because that's like you just said. It starts a conversation. Let us know the stuff that isn't covered. That's the whole purpose of this.
101%. Talk.
Right.
You ready to go in?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hola, mother factors. Mio nome è Sam. Did I say that right? Maybe. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about the home of the samba, most of the Amazon, and Neymar, who I'm told is some kind of sports person. Arguably the best Portuguese-speaking country in all of South America, certainly my favourite, Brazil. But what does a glove full of ants have to do with adulthood? How do Brazilians get out of prison using only a stationary exercise bike? And is music and passion always the fashion at the Copacabana? Or do they take bank holidays off? 2 out of 3 of those questions are going to be answered. So, pull out your Portuguese phrase book and put your hands in the air like Christ the Redeemer for 101 facts about Brazil. Number 1. Making up a whopping 47% of the continent, Brazil is by some distance the largest country in South America. In fact, you could stuff the smallest country, Suriname, into Brazil roughly 52 times, although I wouldn't recommend that. It just sounds like a lot of bother for not much payoff. Number 2. Outside of South America, Brazil ranks number 5 in the world, both in terms of population size and geographical area, spreading its 210 million inhabitants across over 3 million square miles.
Wow.
Number 3.
Wow.
It's believed that humans first settled in Brazil at least 32,000 years ago. However, this belief is not widely shared amongst the 31% of Americans who believe that humankind is only 10,000 years old. Number 4.
I see what he did there.
There you go.
There.
There we go.
Despite this, Brazil was officially discovered in 1500 by Portuguese diplomat Pedro Álvares Cabral. He's basically Brazil's Christopher Columbus, except he actually went to the country he's supposed to have discovered.
That's the way I like to live my life.
Oh, he's just tearing us apart here with the whole Christopher Columbus guy.
Oh man. All right.
Right.
Still, all the stuff he just mentioned, didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What are we at? 7, 8? I've lost count at this
Oh
point.
my God. He's moving quite fast.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I might have to be hard on this pause break.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. We'll reconvene at 20.
Okay, something like that.
Although there is evidence that other Portuguese explorers beat him to the punch. Number 5. Brazil's first European colonizers were met by the native Tupinambá people, one part of the over 3 million believed to have been living in the country at the time. Number 6. There's some evidence that the two peoples worked together for a while, but as you may have guessed, things didn't go fantastically. And to cut a long, not very happy story short, Brazil's native population has now dropped to around 900,000, or 0.4% of the country. Number 7.
That's a very small percentage. I would be curious to see how the indigenous of Brazil live compared to the indigenous of the United States and Canada, and how, like, are they very much integrated or are they not?
I feel like in this day and age, for the most part, I want to retract that. Never mind. I feel like indigenous peoples are more celebrated now than they ever have been.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But at what cost? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once you come over and explore, your germs also come over to explore. And they stay. And they wreak havoc.
They do.
as is not just from I guess violence against the native peoples, but at the same time the germs that wiped out, at least in the U.S., that wiped out tons of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is the flu or the smallpox or whatever was happening at that time.
Yeah. That wasn't very nice of us. Ugh.
We discovered you. Now we're going to decimate you with a cold. Damn.
Pretty much.
7. Brazil was then ruled by the Portuguese for over 300 years, until it officially gained independence on Independence Day. Yes, that's right, September the 7th, 1822.
Okay, so that's their July 4th, is September 7th.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. September 7th. Hey, man, that's close to your birthday.
Yeah, I'm on the 11th. So both Brazil and I are Virgos.
There you go. I mean, definitely not 1822, but hey, hey,
Still,
there you go.
Still, they got Virgo energy.
Hey, now we know what to put out on September 7th.
Yeah, something Brazilian.
There you go.
Number 8. It wasn't all smooth sailing, though, with the Dutch trying to spoil the party, our classic,
I had the goddamn plan!
by invading them in 1630. However, the Portuguese rulers saw them off by 1654. Number 9. In 1695, gold was first discovered in the country, and boy was there a lot of it. In the 18th century, a whole load of the world's gold reserve was Brazilian, with estimates reaching as high as 80%. Number 10. But the first major commodity in Portuguese Brazil was the red dye of the trees from which the country gets its name, the Brazil wood. However, being the namesake for a whole country wasn't enough to stop the Portuguese harvesting it to near extinction, so well done, guys. Number 11. In Brazil's official language of Portuguese, the country is called Brasil with an S. Good luck remembering that one. Number 12.
I mean, we know that to say Rio de Janeiro instead of Rio de Janeiro. So
I get that, and like I said on a previous video, I understand, and I will try. No promises.
Yeah, no promises, y'all.
I will call it Rio. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'll just call it Rio, and I'm not talking about a effing river. You know, in context.
Yeah, or a song from Duran Duran.
Damn you. No, that song's gonna be in my effing head. I hate you. That is annoying. I do not want that song in my head.
Yeah, you can't even sing it to get it out, or else we'll get copyright stricken.
Oh.
But in the early 14th century, Brazil also appeared under the moniker Terra de Papega, which, in case you weren't too savvy with your Portuguese, translates to land of parrots. Or, if you're following Google Translate, the much more terrifying, Parrot Earth. Number 3.
Should we live? We shouldn't live on Parrot Earth.
Parrot Earth.
I mean,
it's like Christian Mingle. Is that different? Is that a different site?
Yeah, I think it's a different site, but it might be full of Jimmy Buffett fans.
Jimmy Buffett fans.
R.I.P. for all the parrot heads.
Oh my god!
Now I got Margaritaville in your head. Now
Margaritaville. I'll take Rio over Margaritaville. Man.
13. Despite being one of 10, or 10, countries where Portuguese is the official language, Brazil is the only one, or in South America to speak the lingo. Number 14. Size isn't everything, I've been reassured through tears, which is why Brazil's capital was the suitably titled Brasilia instead of the larger city of Sao Paulo. And of course, I'm speaking strictly geographically, and there is absolutely zero context there. Number 15. In fact, Sao Paulo never even got a look in, because before the city of Brasilia was constructed in 1960, Rio de Janeiro held the reins, until it was decided the capital should be more central and sound more Brazil-y. Number 16. Brazil's coastline on the eastern side of South America is the 16th longest in the world, at 7,491 kilometers, or 4,590,173.41 clones of the legendary Brazilian footballer Pelé. They all lay down head to toe, which is a haunting image, isn't it? Haunting. Number 17.
Rest in power, Pelé.
Pele. Man, and what was the quote from the Beauty of Football? It's God's gift gives you the gift to play football, It's something. I'm blanking on it right now, but oh well.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Someone will correct us in the comments.
17. Brazil is effectively the Ned Flanders of South America, given that it shares borders with all but 2 South American countries, Chile and Ecuador. Number 18. Despite being roughly 15 times bigger than France, Brazil only has 3 different time zones, perhaps because France are hogging them all with 12. Number 19. Sao Paulo, that place that inexplicably...
That's a little confusing right there.
Did they just say that France has 12 time zones? It must be territories. Has to include territories.
I think he's talking shit right now.
It has to be. There's no fucking way that France has 12 effing time zones.
Yeah, it would make more sense that Brazil has 3, and the one that I base the release time off of is Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to appeal to them and make friends in there.
Yes, friends. Yeah.
Friends!
All right.
Wait. Different channel. Sorry.
Different channel. Yep.
hogging them all with 12. Number 19. Sao Paulo, that place that inexplicably isn't Brazil's capital, is also the 10th richest city in the world, which is expected to rise to the 6th by 2025. It also has the largest economy by GDP of any city in the Southern Hemisphere. Number 22. In 1945, Brazil was one of the 51 founding members of the United Nations, and is among its top 20 contributors to their peacekeeping operations. Number 21. Amazon, the river one, not the rainforest one or the exploity shop one, is the second longest river in the world after the Nile, and Brazil is one of the 4 countries that it calls home, alongside Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. Number 22. Oh, I'm all Brazilian. The other Amazon, not the one that developed popular shows like The Man in the High Castle or Transparent, the forest one, accounts for over half the world's remaining rainforests. Well, 60% of that is contained in Brazil. Number 23. In the majority of Brazil, the climate is tropical, which means, because I know you're wondering, that it's a non-arid climate in which all 12 months have been temperatures of warmer than 18 degrees Celsius, or 64 degrees for you Fahrenheiters out there. Number 24. Brazil has the second most airports in the world, with over 4,000 of them.
What?
Granted, America is first, with over 13,000, but that means their airports are the worst, Brazil's are the best, and Mexico's airports have hairy chests. Number...
hairy chests? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
25.
Airports.
The most popular sport in Brazil is football or football. So no, I'm not going to put bracket soccer because the Portuguese language clearly agrees with us that the Americans are the ones that are wrong. Number 20.
It's called soccer.
Yeah. This is the listen. Before we started all these journeys on the interwebs, right? I knew it as football as well. Football.
And I knew it as soccer.
And yeah, that's just letting you guys know that is a heated topic here. Because my God, have we been put through the ringer on that effing word?
Yeah, on
that
the other
sport.
On the other channel.
God. Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, and I saw comments underneath the geography now. It's like, we don't all like football and carnival. I'm like, well, then you're no fun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, come on, man. That's like I've had some of the best moments, best memories watching Brazil play soccer or football.
Yeah, the one with the checkered ball.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Great fun. Someday that sport will catch on.
Yeah, one of these days.
26. In Brazil, not only does an Osama bin Laden themed bar exist, which is just, why? But there's more than one of them. Bin Laden's Cave, the bar, not the secret extremist hiding.
Hold on. Do I need to run that back?
No, it doesn't. There is no effing way. There is no way. Can you take that back a little bit? I gotta hear that.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That took you by surprise. Holy shit.
Oh,
Number 26. In Brazil, not only does an Osama bin Laden themed bar exist, which is just, why? But there's more than one of them. Bin Laden's cave, the bar, not the secret extremist hiding place, can be found in Niterói, and Bar de Bin Laden in Sao Paulo is even run by an Osama lookalike, which can't have been a profitable career before 2011, could it really? Number 20.
Oh my god. We can stop the video here. Excuse me, that is absolutely effing awesome. So, do Navy SEALs drink for free? Is that a thing? What?
More importantly, do Barack Obama lookalikes drink for free?
I'm very, very intrigued, confused, hurt, but overjoyed that there's something like this like exists out there. But fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, cool. What? Oh God.
Are you okay, man?
That'd be a whole different. I wonder, do they serve car bombs there? Or any kind of bombs?
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The amount of insane, terrible fun you could have with that. Oh my God. Oh man.
Yeah, I wonder if they have a public restroom, because if you need to blow up the bathroom.
That's a whole different thing there. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. Oh my God. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I had to ruin it. That way we could move on.
Yeah, we got to move on. That is he put that at 27?
26. 20. Yeah.
That was 26?
Yeah.
Bro, it's all right. It's all right. He probably didn't know any Americans would watch this, so it's cool. Because I would have nestled that deeply at like a 90 spot.
Like 99 or something.
Yeah.
27. The bestest beach in the whole world, no, not Felixstowe, I mean according to TripAdvisor, can be found in Brazil. Baía do Sancho is located in the archipelago of Fernando de Noronha. The 21 surrounding islands form a marine park that boasts green and hawksbill turtles, as well as whales, lemon and reef sharks, clownfish, anemones, and parrotfish. Number 28. The country's official motto is Ordem e Progresso, which in my neck of the woods means order and progress. Number 29.
Yay.
São Vicente is Brazil's oldest city, and was the location of Portugal's first permanent settlement in the Americas. Established in 1532, the city is the birthplace of footballer Robinho, and I'd guess at least 6 or 7 other people between now and then. Number 64. No. Number 30. 64% of the Brazilian population is Catholic, clocking in at around 130 million people, the largest Catholic population in the world. You can't throw a stone in that country without hitting a Catholic, although don't do that because that is a hate crime. Number 31. However, Brazil only managed the second largest population of Christians, after the good old US of A. It does have the largest population of Christians in South America, though, but seeing as Brazil is to South America what Emperor Palpatine is to the Senate, that's not exactly surprising. Number 32. The national dish of Brazil is Rodrigo Santoro. Dish. Oh, no, sorry, that's not what I mean. The actual national dish is called feijoada, and it's a stew of beans and beef and pork. Number 33. In the past 2 years, a genre known as Brazilian funk has been spreading in popularity throughout the rest of the world. Derived from Miami bass and gangster rap, two of my fave genres, the genre benefits from repeated beats and samples, which allow producers to release up to 100 songs in a month, each measurably funkier than the last. Number 34.
Nice.
Brazil is home to the second largest number of Japanese people by country. Between 1.5 and 2.5 million Brazilians have Japanese ancestry, but the country's Japanese population was pipped to the post by a country called Japan, who I'm told have quite a few. Number 35. Each year, the streets of Brazil fill with over 2 million people a day between the Friday before Ash Wednesday and midday on Ash Wednesday itself for Carnaval de Brazil. In various cities across the world, tourists and locals make Kiss proud by partying all day and all of the night until Lent. Number 30.
Yeah, and we did a video on that and nobody watched it.
They don't know it exists.
Yeah.
But we have one, guys.
Yeah, it's linked at the end of the video. Go watch it, please, because that
Hey.
looked like a lot of fun.
It
And I'd
did.
love to go there one day.
It definitely did, man. That looked
Mhm.
like a blast.
Hell yeah.
37. No? Number 36. Rio de Janeiro's carnival alone is frequently referred to as the world's largest party, most notably by the people at Guinness. They crowned it the world's largest carnival in 2004 after it attracted 400,000 visitors from outside the country alone and generated $165 million.
Nice.
Number 37. At the south end of Rio lies the Copacabana Beach. This
Nice.
4-kilometre stretch of beach was home to another record breaker in 1994, when Rod Stewart, of all people, held the
Yep.
largest gig of all time for New Year's Eve. The 3.5 million attendees was equalled in 1997, but is yet to be beaten. Number 38.
Yeah, we did a video of largest crowds ever, which nobody watched.
No,
And
no.
we learned that fact.
5 million.
Yeah, that's
That is just a stupid amount of people. Like,
that's basically a city.
statistically, I think 100 people needed to have died in that concert, and at least statistically, there had to have been at least how many births? You know what I mean? Like numbers. Like, that's insane. 3.4 million people.
It's a lot.
God,
That's
man.
a lot. That's a
I would
lot.
I would not swim in that beach for a good year. Let that
Yeah.
water definitely clean itself out.
Yeah.
8. According to Brazil's Indian Affairs Department, FUNAI, as many as 100 uncontacted native tribes live in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. And that's pretty much all I can tell you for sure. They're pretty private people, if you hadn't guessed. Number 39. Between speaking and signing, the Brazilian population can speak roughly 210 languages. Not each, though, that would be mental. Number 40. Brazil's answer to a bar mitzvah is considerably more painful, owing to the Saturi Mawai ritual, in which Brazilian boys have to wear gloves filled with bullet ants for 10 minutes before they are declared adults. Sounds easy enough, said no one ever, but wait, there's more. They have to do this 20 times. I'd rather say a child. Would certainly make my conversations about Spider-Man bedsheets easier. Number
Wait.
Okay,
What?
hold up. You gotta put fire ants on your dick for
No. It's not. I don't think it's their dick. I thought it was their hands.
their hands or so. Okay, that makes it a little easier, but not by much.
Where'd you get that, dude?
I don't know, man. My mind's in the gutter. I'm sorry.
What?
On your dick. Ah.
Okay.
Okay, but you got to put them on your hands for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 times.
10 minutes, 20 times. You know why they're called bullet ants? Is because the bite is equivalent to a gunshot, like wound. Like,
I believe it.
get out of here.
Yeah, get fucked. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. I'll stay a
Mm-mm.
child.
Nope.
And-
Yep. Proudly. If it means I'm not fucking fingering bullet ants, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm not doing that. No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I could. No, I'm not even for the first round of 10 minutes. 20 times, dude? No.
Hell no. And
Nope.
if I marry a Brazilian woman, we have a son. I'm sorry, he's not doing that.
Are you
like-
sure? Because I would. But I mean, not for me. It's like just do it because everyone else is doing it. It's just, yeah. Bullet ants in the glove. Yeah, cool. Do it. I didn't, and just be there as more of a empathic, empathy. Not really
Ah.
sympathy. Just be like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, son. It hurt when I did it. Isn't that what all parents do?
Yeah, all
No,
lie to their
100%.
children.
100%. Do it. I did it in a video game or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Oh my god.
Damn.
41. Since 2008, Brazil has provided free gender reassignment surgery, after a court order established the treatment as a constitutional right for transgender people. But it wasn't until 2009 that it was legalized to change their assigned name and gender on birth certificates. The meaning of life. There are various replicas of America's Lady Liberty cropping up daily around the world, all varying greatly in quality. But a select few were actually made by designer of the original statue, Frederick Bartholdi, including the Bangu Statue of Liberty near an understated mall in a neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro.
Wow.
Number 43. Following Nigeria, Brazil has the world's second largest black population in the world, more even than any other African nation, with 56% of the country's population identifying as black.
Wow. Like the second most behind Nigeria.
Wow. That's interesting.
More than an African country. Like more than a lot of African countries.
Well, they're close. They're closer to each other, aren't they?
Right.
I'm just trying to think. Like you have whatever's on that the country on that. You know what I'm talking about. How the shape of Africa, that it juts out into the Atlantic, and Brazil juts out into the Atlantic.
Yeah. Latitudinally, they are close.
They're probably closer to Africa than we are to Europe.
Makes sense because the Atlantic Ocean, at least the top part of it, is more
It just
wider.
widens up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. Well, I'll give you that one. All right.
Number 44. In 2016, Brazil hosted the Olympics. But wait, there's more. That made them the first South American country ever to host them.
Nice.
Number 45. Around 6.4 million tourists make the trip to Brazil each year, although as a percentage of its population, that's one of the lowest numbers in the country. Of those tourists, roughly half of them make like an animated bird voiced by Jesse Eisenberg and flock to Rio. Number 46. Brazil's capital of Brasilia was built over the space of just 41 months, between 1956 and 1960, knocking Rio off its Jesse Eisenberg perch as capital after almost 200 years. Number 47. That construction was overseen by its designer, Oscar Niemeyer. He designed it to resemble the shape of an airplane when viewed from above, which must be pretty terrifying for pilots to try and land there. Number 48. Niemeyer has individually designed more than 500 structures, one of the most iconic of which is the Cathedral of Brasilia, with its 16 90-ton columns and 66-foot bell tower. It also has an underground tunnel entrance and 3 hanging angels inside. Number 49. During the late 18th century, Brazil's GDP soared owing to the rubber boom of South America and the heavy export of rubber from within the Amazon. And everyone prospered, other than the indigenous tribes and anyone who breathes air from the Amazon, so like everyone. But hey, rubber! Woo! Number
Yay, rubber! We all have a use for rubber.
Yeah. Yep. You got to get it from somewhere.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying.
Yep.
50. According to the Manga Bay website, Brazil is the most biodiverse country on the whole planet, and probably other planets too, to be honest. That's down to the roughly 4 million plant and animal species that hang their tiny hats in the country. Number 51. Among these various floras and faunas are a load of monkeys. So many, in fact, that Brazil contains more species of monkey than any other country. Number 52. The Brazilian national anthem.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
You shook your head. It's like there's more monkeys in Brazil than anywhere else.
What? It's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Monkey than any other country. Number 52. The Brazilian national anthem, which is titled Who'd Have Thought It? Brazilian National Anthem, is made up of 2 stanzas, each with 7 verses. Each stanza has the same tune, but by Brazilian law, you can't just sing one on its own. On the flip side of that, I barely know any of ours. I know God Save Our Gracious... Oh, who is it? Noel Edmonds or someone like that? Number 53. While the Iraqi city of Najaf holds the less coveted title of being the world's biggest cemetery, at an impressive, or compensating for something, 108 metres tall, the highest vertical cemetery in the world can be found in Santos, Brazil. Number 54.
Wow. That's a huge cemetery.
Up. Where's the cemetery? That skyscraper. What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I've never seen a cemetery that goes up. They're all in the ground.
But you've been to like New Orleans and stuff, right?
No, I've never been to New
okay.
Orleans.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
they
it's
do
crazy.
that there?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. Well, I mean, yeah, because their whole city, their whole state is sinking,
Yeah.
right? So they have to build up. So
All
because
right.
you don't want to poke a hole in the ground, because you're going to be in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's crazy. Because in Colombia they do that too. They have like not catacombs. I forgot what they're called. I did forget what they're called just now. They're not catacombs. Oh my god, mausoleums. Feel like it is. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Anyway, I'll remember it probably by 100.
Okay. Okay.
After the US, Brazil produces the second most ethanol in the world, and together the two are responsible for 85% of the world's ethanol. This ethanol can be used in alcohol as fuel, and for bacteria wipes to clean your wounds if you combine the two. Number 55. Voting has been a right for the women of Brazil for just 72 years, having been legalized in 1946. That means when baby Rod Stewart was born, Brazilian women still weren't allowed to vote. Number 56. Brazil has been the world's largest coffee exporter for over 150 years, supplying roughly 80% of the world's Java in the 1920s. That's fallen to about 33% today, but it still accounts for 5.7 billion pounds of grounds of coffee around the world each year. Number 50.
All right. So that's that part of the world. A lot of coffee comes from there.
Yep.
And in fact, should we talk about it on this channel? I can cut this part out, but what about your coffee?
Yeah, I guess we don't have to talk about it because it's not available to be bought anywhere else other than in the United States.
All right. I'll cut this part out then.
57. Despite this, or maybe because of it, Brazilians aren't too keen on the beverage themselves, only drinking 5.5 kilograms per person each year, ranking 15th in the world for coffee consumers. Instead, Finland tops that list with a medically terrifying 12 kilograms per person. Number
Oh my god. So they don't even get high on their own supply.
Which is why they just export all of it. Like, what is this bean? Meh. Send it. Like, that's because listen, to be honest, Colombians drink a ton of coffee.
Yeah, it's a coffee country.
Yeah, surprising that Brazil doesn't drink their coffee. That's odd.
Yeah. We've learned that Australia drinks a lot of it. Certainly, we drink a lot of it in the States. So
yes, 100%. But that's crazy. Okay.
Goodness gracious.
58. The highest point in Brazil is the peak of Pico da Neblina, or Mist Peak, on Brazil's Venezuelan border. It comes in at 2,994 meters above sea level, or roughly 78.8 Christ the Redeemer statues stacked on top of one another. It was the first ascended 12 years after Everest in 1965. Number 59. Dr. Mengele, who you might know as the Angel of Death, after his sordid experimentations and fascination with twins, fled to Brazil post-war. This led to rumours he was responsible for the high rate of twin births in the town of Candido Godoy, where 10% of children born are twins. Number 60.
What? I've never heard that.
Yeah, I think we touched on it. How some of the Nazi party fled.
Yeah, but they fled to Argentina. Not just Argentina, but all of South America.
And Mengele was one of them. And
got it.
It's like, was it? High amount of twins. Did a lot of twins testing stuff out there, and we won't talk about it. But yeah, Brazil. It's interesting. Little bit of history right there.
Got it.
Candido Godoy, where 10% of children born are twins. Number 60. In a questionable trend, tours of Brazil's shantytowns or favelas have become popular in the country. One of the most popular towns in which to tour is Rio Santa Marta, a colourful town that's been graced by Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Queen Bee herself. Not that Queen Bee, as in, Beyonce. Number 61. Amongst Brazil's less enticing tourist traps are Sao Paulo's infamous traffic jams. According to the city's traffic management agency, they're among the worst in the world, with a record-breaking 309-kilometre congestion blocking up the city in 2013. Number 62. If medals were given for the popularity of different surnames in Brazil, then gold would go to silver. The ubiquitous surname comes from the Latin word for forest. Number 63. The Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro has been giving the world a great big hug since construction finished in 1931. It weighs a hefty 635 tons, is 38 meters tall with its pedestal, and has been described as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Nintendo 64. Brazil contains 21 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, in fact. That's 14 cultural and 7 natural, because I know you were going to ask. One of the most famous is the Iguazu National Park, where you can find the Iguazu Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the world, where 275 drops span across its 1.7-mile width. Number 65. As well as giant waterfalls, the park is also the habitat of various rare and endangered species, like the giant otter and giant anteater, and some other normal-sized ones which aren't as interesting. Number 66. In 2012, Rio de Janeiro's Jardim Gramacho was closed, bringing an end to the world's largest open-air landfill. At its peak, the site was receiving over 9,000 tons of rubbish every day, providing
God.
shelter to the more than 20,000 people who built homes from the trash.
Oh my god.
Number 67. Brazil is responsible for a huge share of the world's orange exports, and over half of the orange juice bottled by major companies comes from Brazil. And Brazil are using the funds from this $1.4 billion industry to buy out Florida's orange production companies too, like a really healthy game of Monopoly. Number
What? A lot
So
of
they got that. They got that game. They got that orange game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, we're good to go with oranges because of Florida and probably parts of California too, but apparently not.
I guess not. I guess Brazil is just like, I'm going to scoop up all the orange juice.
Man,
I
that's-
didn't know that at all, dude.
yeah.
What?
I'll be thinking about that next time I pour a glass of OJ and some vodka in it.
Yeah. What? Okay. Cool, man.
Mm.
Shit.
68. Sand dunes in Brazil are capable of reaching heights of up to 40 meters. That's like being swamped by 285.7 of Brazil's one rail notes, stacked long ways on top of one another, but much less financially beneficial. Number 69.
Haha.
Carnival. As far as transport goes in Brazil, which is very far, you have the choice of the 10th largest railway system in the world at 28,000 kilometers, or the 4th largest roadway network with around 1,752,000 kilometers of roads.
Wow.
Number 70.
That's a lot.
15 of Brazil's cities have a population of over 1 million people. Oh, you didn't think I could list them? I can list them. I can list them. Counting down: Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Salvador, Fortaleza, Belo Horizonte, Brasilia, Curitiba, Manaus, Recife, Belém, Porto Alegre, Guyana, Guarulhos, Campinas, and Nova Iguaçu. Okay, and I didn't stop once there to check pronunciations. Not once.
You sure about that?
Hey, you sure about that, man?
Mhm.
Um,
Sure it wasn't edited?
15 with over 1 million. Is that what he
That's a
said?
lot.
15. Well, I mean, it's a massive country, dude. It's
Yeah,
a massive country.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about that. I'm not. I kind of am, but
You haven't heard it said out loud yet.
Yeah,
Until now.
it's not like, oh my god, but makes sense. Makes
Mhm.
sense that any kind of city is just packed. Just
Yeah.
packed. Okay.
100%. 100%.
Number 71. In 1969, in what has surely got to be adapted into the next Ocean's film, a gang of Brazilian bus drivers were arrested for using beetles to crawl into fare boxes and return them with stolen coins. But you can consider your faith in the justice system restored, because the thieving beetles were also arrested. Number 7.
Wow. That I didn't think about that. How you can get bugs to do that.
Who had the time and or patience to do that? That is a very long, slow game to play.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I was gonna make a joke there, but I don't have it. I don't have it.
Man, we'll get to it at 100. We'll both say what we got to say out loud
Yeah, yeah,
because I forgot mine.
52.
Already again.
yeah, yeah.
In 1958, Sao Paulo City Council elections were marred by corruption, and the people needed a talisman for their sense of disenfranchisement. They found this talisman in Cacareco, a 2-ton black rhino from the Sao Paulo Zoo. Cacareco's candidacy ultimately wasn't accepted by electoral officials, but that didn't stop him pulling in 100,000 votes, more than any other party in the election. Number 73.
What? Wow.
A rhino got 100,000 votes.
Yeah.
What? Well, no, I'm not gonna say nothing because hey, listen, didn't Harambe get a bunch of votes too?
I was gonna say, like, he got like 15,000 nationwide, like in 2016.
Yeah. So okay. I was like, okay, fair enough. 100,000. There you go. Wow. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Or
Rhino.
the one time that like in 2014 or something like that, Ficus for Congress. Michael Moore did a documentary on that. Ran a ficus in a congressional election because the same person just kept winning because nobody ran against them.
What? I didn't hear about that. I don't
Yeah,
even know about that. That's crazy.
Google it. Ficus for Congress.
I'm there for it. All right, cool.
As of 2016, roughly 86% of the Brazilian population live in urban areas. Number 74. On the border separating Brazil and Paraguay lies the Itaipu Dam. Standing at 196 meters tall and 7.7 kilometers long, the dam is the second largest producer of hydroelectricity in the world, which is pretty, damn impressive. This thing on? Damn impressive. Number 75. Brazil's official currency is the Brazilian real, but don't get used to it, because the fickle country changed its currency 8 times between 1942 and 1994, and who knows what it will be tomorrow. Hopefully, Jennifer Lawrence's. Number 76. Brazil's economy has primarily depended on a number of items throughout the years. During the early years of colonization, it was Brazil wood. Then in the 16th and 17th century, it was sugarcane. In the 18th century, it was gold and diamond, and it's been coffee from the 19th century onwards. Number 77. Brazil is to imported oil what Will Smith's fist is to an alien face. Because in 2006, the country became energy...
It's funny how that joke aged.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I would. I'm sure that this guy, I don't know what his name is, has learned to keep Will Smith's name out your damn mouth.
100%, man. God, you don't. Oh, oh, God. All right. God, I love that. But you know what, though? That's kind of interesting now that you pause it. Like, their cash crop has changed, which is very unique for a country.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's actually very amazing to have like your main export change. Like, that usually doesn't happen at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool to see that. You know, and it's like a natural like that was a no shit Sherlock kind of thing. No shit. It's a natural resource. How else you want to like stupid. But yeah, anyway. What? Anyway, I'm good. I'm good again.
That's Internet Explorer. Lord,
Yeah.
you.
Like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good now. Let's proceed with this video, please. God damn. At least I catch myself in the ridiculousness.
Hey.
is to imported oil what Will Smith's fist is to an alien face. Because in 2006, the country became energy independent, having previously relied on oil from outside their borders. Number 78. Brazil is the longest country in the world, but remember, it's how you use Brazil that matters, okay? From north to south, the country spans 4,395 kilometers, giving it the top spot over second place Chile, although I'm told Chile has the best personality. Number 79. Pantanal, which can be found in Paraguay, Bolivia, but mostly our boy Brazil, is the world's largest tropical wetland at over 70,000 square miles. It also has the highest concentration of incontinent wildlife. Oh no, sorry, the most wildlife in the continent. There we go, that's better.
Stupid, man.
I guess there's no picking up dog poop around that area if they're incontinent. Or there's more of it, I'm sorry.
I doubt there's dogs there. Oh,
there's dogs everywhere. What are you talking about?
Not in the Amazon.
There's gotta be at least one.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe one. God, man.
Goodness.
Whew. Number 80. 1/3 of Latin America's population can be found in Brazil. Quite easily, actually. It's not like they're hiding. Number 81. The southern Brazilian state of Parana pioneered a program within their prisons where inmates were able to reduce their sentence by 4 days every month for each book that they had read and wrote a report about, as a means to combat overcrowding and encourage the education of prisoners. Number 82.
Nice.
The town of Santa Rita do Sapucaí are giving this system a run for its money by allowing prisoners to power the town using exercise bikes in exchange for sentence reductions. For every 3 shifts inmates put in powering the car batteries attached to the bikes, they trim a day off their sentence, and not to mention any excess pounds they might have. Number 83.
Wow, both those last two.
Yeah.
I'm for that. Educating or exercising to reduce a sentence.
Wow. That's every 3 shifts you get a day off. So
Wow.
if let's say a shift is 8 hours, right? That's still a long time on a fucking bike.
Yeah. You would come out of there jacked, or at least
are
Never have to
slim.
do a single. Never have to do a single leg day ever again.
Oh my god,
My goodness,
man.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's a great way to harness energy. Jeez.
Yeah. That'll
Oh
never
my
happen in the
God.
States.
Hell no. That we would sell it. We'd sell
Mhm.
it. We'd find a way to. Yeah, you know what we do. So
Yeah. It's been well documented.
It hardly seems possible, but there are places where buying an iPhone is even more expensive than it is now, and Brazil tops that list, with Apple devices setting you back almost twice as much as their American cousins.
What?
Number 84.
Yeah, I read about that. Apparently, from one person that I follow that lives in Brazil, like you pretty much have to go back to the States when one of your electronic devices gives out.
What? Why?
Yeah.
That's
Because
crazy.
They don't build that stuff in Brazil. They don't build
Wow.
laptops or iPhones or DSLR cameras or anything like that.
Wow.
You basically need to go back to the States to get it
Wow.
fixed. Or Europe.
Okay. That's wow. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So don't travel to Brazil with an iPhone.
Yeah, or have a backup waiting at home or with you.
Well,
And
yeah, you don't want to go to that country with a very high priced item
right.
that's very stealable.
Yeah, and maybe print out your tickets and don't rely on them being on your smartphone.
Yeah, probably. That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah. Whew.
4. In 2004, a Brazilian eBay user tried to flog an entire aircraft carrier on the site. The listing was ultimately removed, but before then, bids had reached over $5 million. That
What?
might sound like a fair price, but it's the shipping cost to get you. Number 85.
It's the shipping price that gets you.
Stupid. Just stupid. Oh my god. $5 million for an aircraft carrier?
Yeah.
Oh.
It reminds me of I knew someone because one of my uncles is a police officer and works for the FBI. I won't say his name, but busted someone because they wrote a check for $36 million and tried to cash it. And in that little part where you say what it's for, he wrote rent. I'm like, what are you renting? The earth?
Yeah. What? Rent? Good God, man. Oh my god.
I like to think, was he the same guy that made this eBay account to sell a ship?
Anyone want to buy a spare aircraft carrier? Excuse me? Oh god.
Damn.
5. In the Great Depression, many countries were stuck for a way to get their Olympic athletes to California for the 1932 Games. Brazil did so by getting creative, sending 50,000 bags of Brazilian coffee along with the athletes. Granted, with that much
Nice.
caffeine, they could have run to California from Brazil, but instead, the athletes partially funded their own transport, selling the coffee at various ports along the commute. Number 86.
Wow. That's a creative way.
interesting.
That's creative.
So
right
they're
there.
like, okay, the games are happening. We don't have the funds to send you, so you will make your own funds.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll give you the means to basically pay your way there. Wow.
Yeah, like that's like ye olden time athletic sponsorship. Like that's the modern equivalent of, someone being sponsored by Gatorade or
Yeah.
Michael Jordan being sponsored by Nike.
Wow. Okay. That's a cool little factoid right there. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
Come on.
6. Brazil's international football team are the most successful of all time, having won the FIFA World Cup an unbeaten 5 times.
Woo!
Moving swiftly on. Number 87. 1 snake per square meter is already too much snakes per square meter, but Brazil's Snake Island is, guess what, infested with snakes, with up to 5 per square meter. As you might have guessed, civilians aren't allowed on the land, which is really annoying because I really wanted to go, but damn it, I can't get bludgeoned to death by snakes.
Dang it!
So I heard a little bit about Snake Island. Like
Yeah.
I think there's a lighthouse on Snake Island, and I feel like people have to like the snakes there, I feel like, are venomous, and it's an insane like precaution that they have to do to upkeep the lighthouse. Like only people that are upkeeping the lighthouse and like scientific or biologists or stuff like that to do research on the island are permitted on there. And that's
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely nuts, man. Snake Island.
Whoever is upkeeping that lighthouse better be getting paid really well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like working on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico, that level of danger, or like crabbing up in the Alaskan Sea or something like that.
Yeah. There's no way. Like, oh yeah, by the way, there's a bunch of these little effing snakes that are going to effing try to kill you. So
Yeah.
okay, cool, fair enough.
Yeah. Whew.
Number 88. When they hosted the 2014 Football World Cup, Brazil spent the equivalent of 11 billion of your finest US dollars on infrastructure improvements to prepare for the event. Comparatively, America itself spent just $30 million on their 1994 World Cup, which comes to about $50 million today, and even then, it's still 220 times cheaper.
That's interesting to see what we're going to spend, what all of North America is going to spend on the World Cup in 2026.
It's
But-
going to be nuts.
Yeah, but it's a joint venture between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So hopefully they're splitting that check.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. I feel like the drama is brewing.
Yeah. We're about two and change years away from it. And my God, I hope it's not a deal if US is gonna pay it all up front and just ask Canada and Mexico to Venmo them for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be funny. No, just here's my number. Just Venmo it. Like what?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, Mexico would probably take Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App, 100%, 100% Cash App. Like, oh no, Cash App only.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Number 89. In the Brazilian municipality of Laguna, fishermen have had some help from a pod of bottlenose dolphins, who use coordinated tail slaps to herd fish towards the waiting hooks and nets. Which is cool and all that, but whatever happened to marine life camaraderie? Pretty sure I didn't see that in Finding Dory. Number 90. Brazil were the first country to impose a blanket ban on all forms of indoor tanning for all ages, due to the medical risk it can pose, and probably also because it just looks terrible sometimes. Number 91. I thought we were done with football, but no, okay, fine. The only national football team to have never lost to Brazil is Norway, who have played 4 matches against them, drawing 2 and winning 2. Right in their goal hole. Number 92.
Wow.
Norway has never lost to Brazil. Well, I mean, how old is this video again?
Let's see. It can't be that old. 4 years ago, January 4th, 2020. So I
would
don't
have
know.
to see. I would have to see if Brazil lost to
To-
Norway,
Yeah.
or if they
well,
even played. I don't even know if they played. each other.
Yeah. We'll have to run that back.
2. There's a cashew tree in Brazil with a rare genetic mutation, which I guess makes it an X tree. Diddle-a-da-da. Diddle-a-da-da. The mutation made the tree grow to a point that it now covers roughly 7,500 meters. But the real question is, how big are the cashews? Number 93. The guy everyone thinks invented the car but didn't, Henry Ford, piled his money into rubber plantations in the Amazon with towns surrounding where workers could live. The extremely modestly titled Fordlandia ultimately failed, and remains an eerie ghost town in the middle of the forest, just waiting for a horror film to be made about it. Number 94.
All right, we're gonna need some context on that one.
That is it for sale. We should totally buy it.
Flip it, make it into an Airbnb. Become one of those tech bros that is like, I made $1 million on Airbnb.
Yeah, you
Buy
can
my-
too. Buy my
Buy-
classes.
Link in description.
God.
Brazil's other abandoned and almost definitely haunted tourist attractions include the Viaduct Pretobras, a stretch of road in a Sao Paulo jungle, and the Terra Encantada theme park, straight out of Scooby-Doo.
Ugh, all those give me the heebie-jeebies right there.
1,000,000%. What is a road just doing in a forest?
Mhm.
What? There's no context behind it. Was it some obscure art sculpture? Because we know how artists like to do that shit. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
Was there anything connecting to it ever? Are there any cars on top of it? I need to know these things.
At night, does it open into a portal and go to another dimension?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
pretty
that
much.
is that in where Back to the Future, where Doc Martin was like, where we're going, we don't need roads. That's where he started, and
That's where he started. He just went. That's enough road to get to 88 miles an hour.
yes,
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 95. In 2011, a team of urologists studied almost 500 men from rural Brazil into penile cancer and stumbled upon the troubling finding that 35% of them had engaged in extra, activity with an animal. Not the same animal, though. That would be horrific, wouldn't it? Number 96.
Oh my God. We knew y'all was sexually active down there, but that's a little much.
Okay. Oh, Jesus
My
Christ.
goodness. And you're not even wrapping that rascal up. What are you doing, Brazilian
my
men?
Shit, man. Okay. Okay,
Ah.
they're out there. Cool.
Thank God rubber is a big industry
Jesus
down there.
Christ, bro.
But
That's
then
a
they're not even using it.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
absolutely nuts. That's nuts.
That's a
What
lot
shit.
of nuts.
All right.
Way too many nuts in places it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Good God.
6. Why are you lying, Brazil nuts? Why are you always lying? Turns out not only are they more closely related to blueberries, but the world's leading exporter of Brazil nuts is actually Bolivia. They're responsible for half the world's Bolivia berries, as they'll now henceforth be known as, with Brazil only providing a meager 40%. Number 97. Brazil is usually renowned for its welcoming people and its rich tourist culture, but they might not get that vibe from the city of No Me Talk. That's if they manage to translate it to the phrase, "Don't touch me." Number 98.
Wow.
Since 2011, Brazil has had one of the strictest no-smoking policies in the Americas. The act is banned in all enclosed public places except designated smoking areas, and failure to comply could stick you with a hefty fine. Number 99. Instead, you may be thinking of investing in an e-cigarette. But they've also been banned in Brazil since 2009, owing to a lack of significant data suggesting that they're safe for use. Number 100. In Brazilian banks, the use of cell phones is prohibited as a means to protect against the even more frowned upon act of bank robbery and theft. Cue the legal conundrum when the bank you're in gets robbed and you don't know if you're allowed to get your phone out to call the police. Number 101. Dilma Rousseff became the first ever woman to be elected as Brazil's president in 2010.
Nice.
Between 2011 and 2016, she was elected for 2 terms, and was a shining light for women in politics. Right up until the point she was impeached and removed from office for criminal administrative misconduct.
Oh.
Well, anyway, that was 101 facts about Brazil. Which one's your favourite? Have you ever been to Brazil before? Should I go to Brazil? Let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a like and subscribe to 101 Facts if you haven't done so already, because if not, why not? Huh? I actually want an answer. Why not? In the meantime, hey, 2 videos on screen right now, you know the drill. Click on one of them, click on both of them actually, and watch one right after the other. That's how the cool kids do it. Ciao.
Wow.
That was a lot very quick, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
another.
Crap.
But I will say it did better than the Geography Now Brazil, but that was because it was an earlier one. But we got
Yeah.
more from this one than we did the Geography Now. But that's just the nature. I can't fault Barb too much for that.
No, and this is I feel like this is on par with random facts. It's
Yeah.
just I didn't glean too much insider information from it. There's all interesting facts.
Percent.
These are what I would call pub facts. Pub trivia facts. That's right here.
Yeah, and there's just one person that emailed us 3 different emails on a Friday night once about Brazil, and they're still sitting in there. And
I read one of them. Did read one. I was like, wow, that's a lot. This is in depth.
that's a lot.
And hey, that's what we asked for. So
We got
it
some
is
of
what
them
it
from
is.
there, and we look forward to seeing more down below of
Yep.
what y'all want us to check out when it comes to Brazil. Keep
Yeah.
this learning conversation going. All right?
Very
Yeah,
important.
That's how we learn our stuff.
And let us know what other facts they missed.
There's just 101 right here. There's got to be a lot more.
At least 102 out there.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least 102. So
Yeah.
that's hey man, I like it because this is the real. I don't know. This is like, to me, this is. I love random facts. I
Yeah.
love random facts, off the
Yeah.
stuff. I'm there for it, and
I'm with you.
this is my kind of video, 100%.
Heck,
Yeah.
this is always fun to check out.
Yep.
Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, watching another video. And what else, Dan?
unplug and do something epic, guys.
We'll see y'all next time.
Later.
Fellas, we can be that mistake. Let's do this.